Good morning, students. I am your history teacher, Snehal Satpute. In the previous video, we learned about what is colonization and the importance of administration records. Administration records are also one of the important sources of history. Like administration records, surveys are also one of the important sources of history. Let's see how. But before that, let's see what are surveys. Surveys means recording and examining of a particular area, subject, etc. For example, if your teacher will give you a work like how many students from your class like to play indoor games, you have to collect information and prepare data for that. So, first, you will start your work by asking questions to the students. You will gather information and will prepare data. You will record each and everything. Why do they like to play indoor games? This is known as a survey. Like administration records, surveys also become important sources of history. Let's see how. British believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administered. When British came to India, they wanted to carry out India's administration, wanted to run the country's government, wanted to have control on India. And for effective administration in India, India had to be properly known by Britishers. For effective administration in India, detailed surveys were being carried out. For example, geographical survey means which is the highest mountain peak in the world. That is Mount Everest. It was discovered by Britishers. Surveys to know topography, soil quality. Here, topography means top structure, like how many plains are there, how many mountains are there, how many plateaus are there, and also about flora and fauna. Surveys were being carried about like revenue survey. Census operation began to held after 10 years. Here, census operation means official count of the people who live in a country, including information about their ages, job, etc. Because of census operation, they produce record of the people such as number, caste, religion, occupation, their children, and so on. There were many other surveys too, like botanical, zoological, archaeological, anthropological, and forest surveys. Botanical in the sense related to plants, zoological means animal study, archaeological means historical study about monuments, tools, jewelry, stone walls, etc. Anthropological is the science of human beings and their ancestors, the study about ancient culture, and forest surveys. What is there in the forest? Means surveys were being carried out during colonial period. What happened before 250 years ago that we have come to know from administrative records and surveys. All these are British sources. History was written according to the perspective of British government. But there was absence of Indian perspective which was neglected by Britishers. Official records tells us what the Britishers thought, what they were interested in, what they wished to preserve for the future generation. Whichever official records written by Britishers in that most of the things not included. So, what official records do not tell us? That is Indian perspective, Indians' point of view. Rather than British sources like administrative records and surveys, there are also other sources recorded by Indians. For example, diaries of people, accounts of pilgrims and travelers. In last 6 and 7 standard, we learn more about Chinese traveler Fa Zhan and Xuanzang, autobiographies of important personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, leaders' ideas published in books or in the newspaper. Then also social reformers like Rajaram Mohan Rai. We got Indian perspective from poets and novelists' work. What about peasants? Here, peasant means who owns or rents small piece of land. What about workers who were not educated? It is difficult task to know more about their perspective. But with a little bit efforts it can be done. So 8th standard history is very interesting. This year we are going to learn more about it in detail. We have completed the lesson. Hope you have understood everything. Listen to it carefully and read the lesson. Today, we are also going to discuss the questions and answers given in the textbook. Students, open your textbook page number 8. Question number 1. State whether true or false. If the statement is false, you will correct it. A. James Bill divided Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim, Christian. James Bell divided Indian history into 3 periods that we have already learned. But is it right that he was divided Indian history into Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or he had mentioned some another religion? Next, B. Official documents help us understand what the people of the country think. Students, today we have learned what do the official records tell us and what not. Do they tell us about the people of the country? If yes, write true. If false, correct the statement. C. The British thought surveys were important for effective administration. We know surveys are also one of the important sources of history. Were these sources of history like surveys? C. The British thought surveys were important for effective administration. We know surveys are one of the important sources of history. Were surveys important for effective administration? Write the answer correctly. Question number 2. What is the problem with the periodization of Indian history that James Mill offers? Students, you have to write answer of this question in detail. Start to write the answer of this question in points. First, write down division of Indian history by James Mill. Then, in next points, mention the reasons why he divided Indian history into 3 periods and his division of Indian history was not acceptable. Question number 3. Why did the British preserve official documents? Britishers preserve official documents from which we came to know about their perspective. Why they wanted to keep these records? Add some reasons and complete your answers. Question number 4. How will the information historians get from old newspapers be different from that found in police reports? Information is essential for writing history of a time, which can be gathered from various sources. In your answer, mention these sources including newspapers also. And then write how information is different found in newspapers and police reports. Question number 5. Can you think of examples of surveys in your world today? Think about how toy companies get information about what young people enjoy playing with, or how the government finds out about the number of young people in school. What can a historian derive from such surveys? Students, we have already learned what are surveys with various examples. Think about this answer. We will discuss more in the classroom. Don't write this fifth question in your notebook. Complete the questions from 1 to 4 in your new history notebook. Hope you all will complete them today in good handwriting. And don't forget to write lesson number, name. Write today's date for this lesson. Thank you.